So the biggest, though,
when it comes to the stock market,
the biggest thing when it comes to the stock market, though, is Trump's tax cut in 2018 reduced corporate income tax rates from 35% to 21%. 35% to 21%. It put that money right in the corporations' pockets. And the corporations, they don't really have pockets, they have owners, and the shareholders are the owners. And so it automatically increased the profits of every corporation substantially. So the Biden-Harris administration doesn't like these tax cuts, and they want them to allow them to expire in 2025. That's just next year, where they're automatically going to expire unless they're renewed. And so they want them to expire. And I just want to show you what that means on a flip chart. Do the math for you, because companies' values are based, their actual value, their real value is based on their earnings, based on how much profit they're making. So if I take a company, let's say this company, and we'll do it like it's a local company, but it doesn't matter what, or I mean a small company, but it doesn't matter whether it's a small company or a large company, it's the same effect. Let's say that this company is a company that makes $100,000 in gross profit. You can see that on the screen? Yeah, $100,000 in gross profit. With a 21% corporate income tax rate, they have to take that away. The government takes the 21,000 away, netting $79,000 in after-tax profit. That's the value of the company, not the value. That's what the company's value is based on. And so more profit, more value, less profit, less value. Actually, most companies on the stock market are worth, 20 times that. 20 times that number.
multiple.
It's called a multiple. So 20 times $79,000 is how much, Jesse? Jesse's calculated.
1.58 million.
1.58 million in our little example. So if this was a gigantic company and this was a, $100 million or $100 billion, whatever it is, it's all the same thing. So now let's see with this, when these taxes go up, if the tax cuts are repealed, we have to take away $35,000. That's 35%, 21%, 35%. So that leaves the company with an after-tax profit of $65,000 times 20.
It's 1.3 million.
It's 1.3 million. So what happens is the profit here goes down by 18%. Okay. 18%. The value of the company, though, also goes down. The real value of the company also goes down by this amount right here. The difference between this and this is 18%. And that's the thing that's really important for the stock market and investors in the stock market, is that if corporate income tax rates go up from 21% to 35% or anything, if they go up, that's increasing the cost and decreasing the profit of the company and devaluing the company. So that's very important.
And some other things that Harris has just come out and proposed is that she wants to add more regulations to lower prices or cap prices on groceries and on housing. So basically, she's proposing that we artificially rig the supply and demand cycle. And in idea, maybe that sounds nice to some people, that there's gonna be prices capped when they go to the grocery store. But the way that that works out in reality is never actually good for the consumer or the supplier. It actually hurts both. So kind of free market 101 also is that the more regulations that a company has to abide by, the more expensive that it is. The cost of doing business goes up, the more regulations that there is. And another thing that's kind of funny is that she's proposing that we put these price caps and do all these things to lower prices. But the reason that prices are so high is not because of corporate price gouging. It's because of the inflation that the government created in 2020 and that the Biden administration created with all of their spending.
The only thing that the real result of price controls anytime, anywhere, wherever they do it in the world, is it causes shortages. So that's what the result is. And what were you going to say about?
Oh, I heard this great Ronald Reagan quote in the last couple of weeks that said, the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. And isn't that
so the
one of
government
truest
causes
things
the
you've ever
problem.
heard?
The government causes the problem with all the money they created out of thin air, increasing the money supply by 40% in about 3.5, 4 years. And then they're going to come and try to fix it by controlling. So